all of my nurses and my team that are here today. So this week, we decided to kick off a youth campaign of 16 years and over to ensure that our youth had access to vaccinations. And so with that, I'm going to turn it over to our mayor, Justin Elicker, who will share a few remarks before I introduce our next speaker.
Hi, everyone. So happy to be here. We have a celebrity in our midst, which is very exciting. I don't know if you all know Dr. Tracy, but it's her birthday today. And so if we could all maybe take a moment to sing happy birthday to Dr. Tracy, that'd be great. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dr. Tracy. Happy birthday to you. All right. I'm so excited to have Dr. Tracy here. So excited also to have so many other people on our team at City Hall and in the community that have been working round the clock to help keep our community safe. And you know, the nurses have heard me say this so many times, but every time I come to one of these events and see you all, the same faces here over and over and over again, working so hard to keep our community safe. I think that oftentimes we forget about the people that are most important, and those are the people on the front lines. And the work that you have done, it means so much to us, but more importantly, it means so much to the lives that you have saved over this past year. So we're so grateful for that work. I also wanted to point out Eric Pachowski because he's done an incredible job, not just helping facilitate this week, but in particular the work at the field house with the hospital. I've heard a lot of good feedback from our friends at Yale New Haven Hospital about Eric's work in partnership there to make sure that that site is moving really smoothly and doesn't impact the activities that the young people are having as well. And I wanted to point out our folks at YARD, Youth and Recreation Department, who somehow, amazingly, last summer were able to pull off an incredible and safe summer for our young people. And I know you guys are working overtime, seeing Tommy and Ronnie and Felicia, and I know Gwen as well, to set up this summer to be a summer for our young people to have not just a normal summer, but a wow summer that's going to have so much more than we usually do, because we got to get our kids back interacting with each other. That social and emotional development is vital in the work that you're doing. I'm very, very grateful for. We do have a celebrity, another celebrity in our midst, which is very, very exciting. And I'm grateful that Coach Calhoun is here to underscore the importance of young people getting vaccinated. It's the right thing to do for our community. It's the right thing for you to do as a young person, 16 or 17 years old, to keep yourself safe, but also to keep your loved ones safe. And I'm happy that Coach Calhoun is here to support that effort, bring a little even more attention to this, and grateful that he's taken the time to do that. Eric's going to talk about how great Coach Calhoun is, if you all didn't know. But before I turn it over to, or before we hear from all those folks, I believe, Dr. Tracy, you're next on the list to say some words. I guess so. Dr. Eileen Tracy, everybody.
Hi.
The birthday girl.
The birthday girl. This must be important for me to come out on my birthday, but I was telling the mayor I work all my birthdays. I've been at work. So this is not new to me. So I want to say that this work that we're doing is truly a collaborative effort. It goes back to it takes a village to get the work done. The nurses, the director of public health and her department, the mayor, who is a crucial part in all of this to make things happen. No one can say it cannot be done. We believe it can be done, and we're doing that. Last time we get majority of our teachers out. I would say overwhelming majority of our teachers out, although I don't have the actual number, to get their vaccination. Now it's our students. And so the whole big thing about this is safety. Safety being the #1 issue for us. Make sure everybody feels safe and everybody is safe. So I'm glad that we have this kind of work going on where everyone is pulling the weight to make sure this happens in our community. And I feel so proud to be a part of New Haven Public Schools and a part of this great city with such an awesome mayor and public health department, public health director. My staff, Eric Petoskey, I cannot say much about what he has done, along with Dr. White, to help these coordination between the two departments, Education Department and the Health Department, to make this happen. Thanks to everyone who has been working hard. We owe a lot to you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Tracy. And, you know, we really, when we share these testaments, we're really authentic with them because we really work really hard on reducing any barriers and any problems that come our way. We really pull together to try to get a resolution. And with that, I want to introduce the Youth Services Representative Tommy Veal, who's going to say a few words, who is another example of another department that whenever we want to ensure that we're engaging the youth and getting people to get vaccinated, between the Youth Services team and Ron, they're always out and promoting us on social media, and it's just another example of the collaboration between the different departments within the city. So with no further ado, let me turn it over to Tommy to say a few words.
The Youth and Recreation Department has had an extreme focus on making sure that we are prepared for the summer. And just like the mayor said, we are looking to make a great impact and have a wow factor. This is a great step in a positive direction for us to ensure that our young people are able to be positively engaged, not only in our recreation activities, not only in our summer camps, but also in our summer employment program. In order to make sure that that can happen, we need our young people to understand the importance of being able to be vaccinated. We want their families to understand the support that is around them, and we want to make sure that the community understands that these young people will be in our communities every day, making a positive impact. And this is just going to improve those efforts. So we thank you. We thank the people that we partner with. The health department has been a champion in making sure that our communication has all the information that our young people need, as we make sure that when parents are completing their summer application forms, whether it's to be a camp participant or an employee participant, that they have the information that they need. So we want to thank you, and we encourage all our young people to be able to step up to the plate, get vaccinated, and be able to protect themselves. Thank you.
They're such a thriving team, and I'm just so grateful to be able to work with them. Another great partner within this endeavor has been Eric Petoskey, our New Haven Public Schools Director for the Athletic Department. He's the man that wears many hats. We have done so many efforts around ensuring the safety around sports, and then the safety around contact tracing, and ensuring that our Board of Ed and our City Health Department are in ongoing communication on the health and safety of our staff and those students in the public schools. And so I just want to introduce Eric at this time to be able to come up and say a few words before introducing Jim Calhoun.
Good afternoon. So very excited we were able to have athletics for our student athletes this year. It was a difficult endeavor, but we collaborated with the health department. They were helpful the whole way. And we've made it through 2 seasons of sports without any community spread of COVID. It's not easy all the time. The credit goes to our coaches. Thank you. The credit goes to our coaches and how hard they have worked screening our athletes when they come and following up on that. So I'm very excited to be part of our youth being vaccinated, because I think that'll go a long way in ensuring that our athletes are able to continue to participate and play and do that safely. Before I introduce Jim Calhoun, after him, we're going to have 2 of our athletes who are getting vaccinated today, Leah and Gary Moore. Leah Moore is the #2 hammer thrower in the nation, and she is accepting a scholarship to University of Kentucky. And her brother Gary, who's also going to be vaccinated today, is the #6 shot put athlete in the nation, and he's only a junior. So we'll be speaking also. So as you know, Jim Calhoun is here today, and when we were talking in the hallway, I kind of let him know that I had more championship rings than him, and then he told me I didn't. So he told me about a bunch of other ones I didn't know about. But we're very excited to have him here. He's a Hall of Fame coach. He's coached for over 50 years, and you know everyone from Connecticut knows about his national championships, Big East championships in Connecticut. So without any further ado, Jim Calhoun.
Thank you, Eric. I do have more rings than he does. That's the only thing I want to get clear. He's doing a very important job here, as all of you are. You know, sometimes you get a lot of things for winning a national championship and all the great things that can happen in your life. But some of the folks I talked to today, they're winning a bigger game, a game of life. And when I see you folks out here, from nurses to the health workers to the policy people, the special things you do every day. You know, it's great when Kimball Walker calls me, who you kind of know who he is, Ray Allen, et cetera. But imagine after they leave you for the great things that you've done, they're incredibly blessed to have you in their presence. So when I got the opportunity to come down here to speak about what I think as far as getting vaccinated and kind of protecting each other, my young brother happens to be a cardiologist in Boston. It's good to have him when I was coaching too, by the way. I want you to know that. In the sense he walked me up and down the sidelines and got worried about me a little bit. But he said to me, we had a tough time with your players getting them vaccinated. I said, no, I made them take a pledge. And here's what I said to them. You have a much better chance to get hit by lightning in this gym, in the gym, than you do of having vaccine go wrong. And I think when you understand that, I try to take my kids and tell them, my players, and I always call them my kids, and people say they aren't, you don't coach them. Anybody who's got kids between 18 and 22 know exactly what I'm talking about. They're kids. And in case they need a swift kick, you know where. But most importantly, I'm wearing this today for you. I got my second shots 2 months ago. So we've got to understand that the teamwork it takes, whether it be a fellow student, fellow athlete, a coworker, whatever it may be, this is important stuff. The only way we're eventually going to beat this pandemic is by the fact of us doing teamwork. Understanding that my obligation when I come here is to make sure that we're being teammates. And you have your mask on, I have my mask on, and we're protecting each other. And it's so important, the more we can get the word out there, that so many people, I mean, I talk to, you know, professional athletes don't just have to get them, they can't wait to get them. And we have so many kids in this school system of New Haven, so many kids really throughout America that haven't really got that picture yet. They say, well, you know, I can still get COVID with the mask. That's not what it's about. It's about you protecting others. And if we as a society, 350 million of us, wear masks, this is going to be over too. So I want to tell you how much pleasure I have coming down here, watching people, days off working, people coming over here from their busy schedules to be for others. You know, I'm really impressed by some of the great things that have happened to me and the great players I've had, from Ray to Rip to Kimber and some of the names you all know. I'm equally, if not more so, impressed by what you folks do. When I saw and talked to Mary about it, this is an honor for me to just put some small word in to make sure we all do our part as a great team. So once again, I want to say thank you for what you do. Thank you to the city of New Haven. This is special, and you're special people. Thanks very, very much.
So next up, we'll have those athletes I spoke about, Gary and Leah Moore.
I'll go first. I'll just go. Hello. So me and my brother were getting our vaccine today, and I guess we just wanted to talk about why we felt like it was important to get a vaccine, why we felt like this was like a thing that mattered for everyone. I guess the biggest thing is that like we wanted to focus on that it's not just about us, like, and how, like, our safety, it's about everyone's safety. So we have a father who's at high risk, and so we want to, like, focus on his safety and our teammates, and not just our teammates, our schoolmates, and we want to be able to make sure that as soon as possible we're able to get back to, like, a sense of normalcy, and we're able to do everything like how it was before, and so that our classmates can get the best education that they possibly can get, and so that our teammates can train the best way that they possibly can train, and so that they can be back in that kind of space, that comfortable space where they're with their teammates as well, and they're at good competitions, big competitions, and things like that. And so, yeah, that's our reason.
I just love our young people. I'm truly inspired by the words that Jim Calhoun shared today because it's so important. And I have an 18 and a 22-year-old, so I can relate totally. And I think the theme for today, and none of us prepared any words, but the theme today is it takes a team, it takes a village, it takes a community to be able to get past this pandemic. And so what I want to do is, with no further ado, is I want to introduce, although I'm a Governor cheerleader, I'm going to introduce my opponents, our Hill House cheerleaders, who are going to do a cheer for us before our athletes go up to get vaccinated. Thank you so much. We're going to now transition over to getting the youth vaccinated.